Hey everyone, welcome to my next Age of Mythology campaign playthrough. And this is level 8, Bad News, one of my favorite levels because it's kind of unique. And, well, actually there are a few more levels like this where you have split forces. But this level's a little bit challenging, but not too bad. You generally don't get attacked back home too much. In fact, this first attack that comes in is really about it. And I take down the gates on both sides, but queued up villagers on both sides because the resources are a little bit different. And mainly I attack from the right, as you'll see. Actually, it's the only direction I attack from. But yeah, take care of that wall over there and build my own, and that's about it to keep out the enemy guys. But I chop the trees on the right side. I chop the trees kind of far away from the town center, and that's just for convenience because when I can click on some villagers and make farms close by to where they were. It makes the micromanagement a little bit easier late in the game. So I'm making a little bit of an advance here, getting a forward base going. And they will send some attacks up front there, but unless you really don't defend, they won't get to your town. So it's not too bad. And mainly just collect gold on the left and take care of those goats and bushes, and get farms going over here, of course. And there's an advanced gold mine on the right, that the one you can see there, that I pick up a little bit later on. But this attack goes a little bit south. Luckily I had those peltists to take care of the archers, but I starting to get some hoplites out to defend for now. And again, as Zeus, the attack bonus versus buildings is pretty nice, so I don't really need any dedicated siege. I can just kind of use the hoplites. Getting a second barracks going there, because hoplites are kind of slow to create. Got an armory up there, of course. And to age up, because I realize I have so many resources and not doing anything with them. And I'm not even sure what that relic is. I didn't bother with it. I think there are a few more scattered around the map. And there's actually some, I kind of have a monochromatic playstyle here. I just kind of go right for the fortresses you have to destroy, but you can really you can scout out. There's lots of little things to find on this map, like relics and ways your guys can link up if you want to attack from a different direction. Keeping up villager production just because I know I'll need plenty of farms for those hoplites later on. And this attack kind of breaks down a little bit with their counterattack, so I move back to fight by my barracks and use my healing power there, which probably would have come in handy later on, but I was heavily outnumbered with those archers, and I knew my hoplites would melt to them, so trying to let the heroes do some of the work. It would be nice if Ajax was over here, but just have to deal without it. Just waiting for resources to come in so I can make more hoplites, and that's pretty much all I make. Just so it's convenient, and of course, like I said, you can use them as siege. So I'm not sure. I guess I have to advance before I can get that gold mine. And oh, there you go. I put up that storehouse. And I'm trying to get some trade going over here and delete my villagers after I realize that there aren't many resources left for them to gather. I don't know if that trade route ever does anything too substantial, but it is a nice extra source of gold. And there's another gold mine back there I didn't even realize. So now I sort of move my forward base up here, get that town center for extra population. And I don't think you can advance to the 4th age in this one. Usually I would if I could. Actually you can, so that's kind of nice. But deleted all those guys over by Ajax just to make extra population room. But mainly what I need right now is gold, so here's another little counterattack, and naturally they go after my villager, and another attack comes in, so I bolt that Cyclops and run around with my villager a little bit until my hoplites can clean them up. But they have some counter infantry in there, so I get cleaned up pretty quickly, but I'm too stubborn to make archers or anything else, and I already have the barracks up, so why bother? Just spamming hoplites instead. getting that catapult out of there so they don't take out my town center, of course. And deleting those villagers because they've run out of gold to mine. Of course, I forgot about that other one, but just trying to keep everything centralized on one side for easier management. And getting what, one guy, I guess one guy worshipping on the temple for some favor. There's probably, there's some improvements at the armory that needed favor, that's right. And those donkeys are getting 6 gold each, so that's kind of a waste of population. I really should have just made villagers out of them. But now I'm kind of clicking on all cylinders, starting to advance on them, and in a little bit I put up the underworld passage from my barracks to there. There it is, so I can continuously send guys through. And here they have a whole bunch of archers and counter infantry, but I don't really care. I'm just spamming guys. I'm gonna beat them with sheer numbers, because ultimately I'll need the hoplites to take out their buildings anyway, so sometimes it's just easier. And here I get a little nervous. My underworld passage is under attack while I have some guys at the front up here, so I think I managed to take down one fortress there, and then my guys kind of get overwhelmed. They end up with champion level guys, and of course the underworld passage does get taken out, and in desperation I make another trade route over here while simultaneously pushing another attack. So I guess I figure I have enough guys there to win, so I set my gather point up front and send them in, and so right about 20 minutes here they counterattack your home base, all the while Gargantz is threatening you. So they send a few meteor powers back at your home bases, and they send in some rocks with some myth units, and I think that was about 22-minute mark. So if you don't win it by then, you have to go back and contend with those attacks, which can be kind of annoying. You might end up losing one of your towns. I would have lost the one on the left since it was pretty undefended, but anyway, so try to win the level kind of quickly like I did is probably the best way to avoid that. So anyway, thank you for watching one of my favorite levels there, and we'll see you in the next video.